Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my dear listeners. We are still in the new year, so I can still say I wish you a happy and prosperous new year. I'm here again to remind you that Jesus Christ is coming the second time to take his anointed people to his everlasting kingdom. Yes, his everlasting kingdom. Remember, when Jesus takes his anointed people to his everlasting kingdom, there will be great tribulation all over the world. God really loves us. God has sent many messengers to you, to me, that we should live a godly life so that we can be with Jesus Christ in his everlasting kingdom. Now, remember, the family is the foundation of whatever you may be. God really respects the family. He is the one who sets it up. And therefore, he watches over it jealously. He watches over it jealously. He wants members of the family to be so godly as to be with Jesus Christ in his everlasting kingdom. During the last episode, I talked about a system of marriage, which some people call engagement, which in Yoruba we call idana. I talked extensively on it, but I reminded you about one thing, which we must try as much as possible to see that we abide with. Especially those of you who are planning to get married. This is the marriage season. The Christmas is a joyous season, and that is why marriages are organized here and there. But don't just go into it. Don't say because my friend wore a white gown when she did her own wedding, therefore I'm going to wear a white gown. Don't say during the engagement, my friend's face was covered with veil, mine too will be covered with veil. No. Remember, God is holy, and it takes marriage to be holy. And therefore, any lady going to marriage should be holy. And the external show of holiness is through the white dress you wear. So white dress is only for virgins who are taken to be holy. If you are pregnant, even for 1 month, you are no longer holy, because you have contravened the law of God that there should be no sex before marriage. Then only the virgin's face can be covered with white veil. You are already pregnant, or you already have 2 children. You are covering your face. What are you covering? It is meant for virgins. I'm reminding you about this. Then it is only the husband that is allowed to unveil the bride. Many of us, we allow the bridegroom father to unveil. It is wrong. It is only the bridegroom that can unveil the bride. Now today, We want to look at other types of marriage in Nigeria. The first one we will look at is what we refer to as civil or statutory marriage. When we say statutory, that is, it is legal. And this is a marriage between a man and a woman, which means the union is monogamous. You that you are planning for your wedding, listen to these types of marriage and consider which one fits you. So the civil or statutory marriage is between a man and a woman, and the union is monogamous. Somebody who is already married to another person, if you are once married, you cannot do this type of marriage unless you are legally divorced with the first marriage, and that divorce is approved by a judge. You see, when we say it is statutory, it is legal. You can see how the judge now comes in. A church minister can conduct it as long as it can provide marriage certificate or a license that authorizes the marriage. So anybody who goes in for statutory marriage will get a license. And not just anywhere can you do it. You can do it either in the court of law or in the church. What is important is that that type of place must be licensed to conduct that type of service. So civil or statutory marriage is monogamous. One man, one woman. And if you are already married, to do that type of marriage, you have to divorce, and then you divorce legally. And this must be approved by a judge. Another type of marriage is what we refer to as customary marriage. Remember, the law of Nigeria recognizes the polygamous marriage system. The law of Nigeria recognizes the polygamous marriage system, which is one man to many wives. It does not dictate exactly how many wives. It could be 2, it could be 2, 4, it could be 6, but it is one man to many wives. Some women make mistake when they marry under this customary system by fighting their husbands when that one wants to take in another wife. They will fight and fight that no other woman can come in. They have forgotten the type of marriage that they underwent. So you that are preparing to get married, especially the woman or the lady, remember, if it is customary marriage, your husband is entitled to marry as many wives as possible. And but the woman is not allowed to marry as many men as she likes. But in order to find a way out, some people, they do both customary marriage and the statutory marriage. Once they do the two, then the marriage becomes monogamous. You see, in the customary marriage, the union is man, woman, and their families. Whereas in the legal marriage, it is me and my wife. So if you marry under the customary marriage, you are married to the families. The man, the woman, and the families. And in most cases, the wife is taken as a full member of the husband's family. The wife becomes a full member of the husband's family, but it is not completely the same for the husband. And to do this type of marriage, you have to bring gifts, and payment of bride price is compulsory. And you know, we have some tribes in Nigeria. If you don't pay a bride price, if your so-called wife gives you 7 children, they are not your children. They are the family's children. The family of the woman will take the children. Even if there are some cases, if the woman dies, the man is not given the authority to bury the woman where he wants. They say, you have no claim over a dead body. And in the past, there was no age limit to this customary marriage. At times, you even have parents conducting marriage for their children who are not yet matured. And therefore, we see underage children getting married. But because of a lot of problems that are associated with this, in the year 2003, the Child's Rights Act was established. With the Child's Rights Act, only 18-year-old is accepted, is allowed to marry. So anybody who is not 18 years old cannot marry. The last type of marriage we have in Nigeria is the Christian marriage. And this one too is monogamous. It is performed by the priest on behalf of God, and it is believed that God is present at that wedding. And the congregants, they are the witnesses at the wedding. A bride and groom make vow to support each other, and they share wedding promises and exchange rings. You hear, I, Aderele, promise to have you, Poju, as my husband, and all that type of promises. Then what is important is that the couple is blessed. There is real blessing for the couple. Not only blessing, the couple is allowed to kiss. They kiss each other. That is the kiss of love. It is very common in Christian marriages. After that, this kiss of love is very important between the couple. After that, the couple can throw a party. So, my dear children, You are planning your wedding. We have told you the different types of marriages we have in Nigeria. Think about each one of them and pray seriously about it so that you don't make a mistake. Thank you.